hero survives. The eye watches all from its tower of flame. A kingdom of fear, none will remain. The darkness breaks a curse and lore. In the shadow of Mordor, there's no more. The eye watches all from its tower of flame. A kingdom of fear, none will remain. The darkness breaks a curse and lore. In the shadow of Mordor, there's no more. Shadow of Mordor, the world turns to dust. Beneath the Dark Lord's endless lust, armies of death marching to war. In the shadow of Mordor, hear the final roar. The ring race ride with souls long lost, after the one at a terrible cost. Long doom calls with fire and flame. In the shadow of Mordor, all bear the blame. The eye watches all from its tower of flame. A kingdom of fear, none will remain. The darkness spreads a curse and lore. In the shadow of Mordor, there's no more. The eye watches all from its tower of flame. The kingdom of fear, none will remain. The darkness spreads a curse and lore. In the shadow of Mordor, there's no more. Shadow of Mordor, the world turns to dust. Beneath the Dark Lord's endless lust, armies of death marching to war. In the shadow of Mordor, hear the final roar. The ring race ride with souls long lost, down to the one at a terrible cost. Mount Doom calls with fire and flame. In the shadow of Mordor, all bear the blame. The blackened skies no light can break. The fate of all, it starts to quake. The tower falls, but darkness remains. In the shadow of Mordor, all hope is slain. In the shadow of Mordor, where legends die, no savior the dawn beneath Sauron's eye.
In the heart of the mountains, where the shadows grow tall, stands the fortress of defiance, answering the call. From the depths of the darkness, the enemy's legions surge. As the walls of Helm's deep tremble, the forces begin to purge. Thunder roars and lightning strikes, the storm begins to rage. We brace against the onslaught as the battle turns the page. The battle for Helm's Deep, where the brave are made of steel. The battle for Helm's Deep, the night is dark and real. Through the clash of sword and shield and the cries of ancient law, we stand and fight together to defend forevermore. With our faces set in stone, through the raging tempest, we fight for hearth and home. Enemies surround us, but our hearts are fierce and free. In the storm and chaos, we are the last decree. Thunder roars and lightning strikes, the storm begins to rage. We brace against the onslaught as the battle turns the page. The battle for Helm's Deep, where the brave are made of steel. The battle for Helm's Deep, the night is dark and real. Through the clash of sword and shield and the cries of ancient law, we stand and fight together to defend forevermore. As the dawn breaks over mountains, the tide of war turns swift. With valor in our veins, and the darkness starts to lift. From the ashes of the night, our courage lights the way. In the fire of the battle, we find the light of day.
Through the crash of sword and shield and the cries of ancient law, we stand and fight together to defend forevermore. As the echoes of the battle fade into the dawn, we emerge from the shadows with a victory reborn. Darkness falls on Mordor's land, eyes aflame and iron hand. The shadows grow, the night's command, in Sauron's grip the world will stand. Blackened skies and fires roar, armies march to wage the war. Rings of power, hearts to roar, evil spreads forevermore. Sauron's grip the world will stand. Blackened skies and fires roar, armies march to wage the war. Rings of power, hearts to roar, evil spreads forevermore. Sauron's wrath unleashed tonight, feel the terror, feel the fight. Hope is fading in the fight, in the dark there is no light. Orcs arise with swords and might, men and elves in endless fight. Towers crumble, lose their height, in this darkness see the sight. Orcs arise with swords and might, men and elves in endless fight. Towers crumble, lose their height, in this darkness see the sight. In the chaos, in the fray, heroes rise to save the day, but the shadows always stay. Sauron's will won't fade away. Sauron's wrath unleashed tonight, feel the terror, feel the fight. Hope is fading in the fight, in the dark there is no light. Darkness falls on Mordor's land, eyes aflame and iron hand. The shadows grow, the night's command, in Sauron's grip the world will stand. Blackened skies and fires roar, armies march to wage the war. Rings of power, hearts to pour, evil spreads forevermore. Blackened skies and fires roar, armies march to wage the war. Rings of power, hearts to pour, evil with swords and might. Men and elves in endless fight. Towers crumble, lose their height. In this darkness see the sight. Only chaos in the fray. Heroes rise to save the day, but the shadows always stay. Sorrows won't fade away. Sauron's wrath unleashed tonight. Feel the terror, feel the blight. Hope is fading in the fight. In the dark there is no light. Where the darkened fires burn lies a ring of ancient power, a curse for which we yearn. Forged in flames and darkness, its grip is cold and tight. A whisper of destruction in the silence of the night. In the heart of every kingdom, the storm begins to loom. A single ring of tyranny, sealing fate and doom. One rain, one doom, casting shadows on the land. One rain, one doom, held in a darkened hand. Through the fire and the fury, we face the endless night. One rain, one doom, we fight against the blight. Of the ages to the realms that lie in chains, the power of the ring has driven countless hearts insane. Heroes rise and fall beneath its tyrant's gaze. In the shadows of its legacy, we wander through the haze. In the heart of every kingdom, the storm begins to loom. A single ring of tyranny, sealing fate and doom. One rain, one doom, casting shadows on the land. One rain, one doom, held in a darkened hand. Through the fire and the fury, we face the endless night. One rain, one doom, we fight against the blight. Of the mountain, where the fires of doom roar, we'll shatter all illusions, and we'll face what's at the core. With every broken promise and every shattered dream, we'll break the chains of power and reclaim what it means. One rain, one doom, casting shadows on the land. One rain, one doom, held in a darkened hand. Through the fire and the fury, we face the endless night. One rain, one doom, we fight against the blight. As the ashes start to settle and the darkened fires fade, we rise from the shadows where the light begins to wane. One rain, one doom, now a lesson lost to time. We reclaim the dawn from darkness, and the world begins to climb.
echoes call. A land of endless legends now teeters on the fall. Darkness gathers at the borders, shadows stretch their hand. The destiny of Middle-earth rests upon the sand. Echoes of forgotten battles, whispers of the past. The fate of all the realms is tied to the strength that we cast. Middle-earth's fate, hanging by a thread of light. Middle-earth's fate, lost within the endless night. Through the fire and the fury, we must stand and fight. For the destiny of ages will ignite the ancient might. Where the darkened rivers wind, a clash of ancient powers shakes the fabric of the mind. In the heart of every hero, there's a fire that won't die. The final stand is coming, and we'll reach for the sky. Echoes of forgotten battles, whispers of the past. The fate of all the realms is tied to the strength that we cast. Middle-earth's fate, hanging by a thread of light. Middle-earth's fate, lost within the endless night. Through the fire and the fury, we must stand and fight. For the destiny of ages will ignite the ancient might. Ashes of our trials, where the shadows meet the flame, we forge a new beginning from the chaos we reclaim. With every fallen hero and every shattered dream, we rise against the darkness in a world that's more than it seems. Middle-earth's fate, hanging by a thread of light. Middle-earth's fate, lost within the endless night. Through the fire and the fury, we must stand and fight. For the destiny of ages will ignite the ancient might. As the dawn breaks over the mountains and the darkness starts to fade, we write the final chapter of the battles we have braved. To the highlands where the ancient echoes call, a land of endless legends now teeters on the fall. Darkness gathers at the borders, shadows stretch their hand. The destiny of Middle-earth rests upon the sand. Echoes of forgotten battles, whispers of the past. The fate of all the realms is tied to the strength that we cast. Middle-earth's fate, hanging by a thread of light. Middle-earth's fate, lost within the endless night. Through the fire and the fury, we must stand and fight. For the destiny of ages will ignite the ancient might. From the mountains to the valleys where the darkened rivers wind, a clash of ancient powers shakes the fabric of the mind. In the heart of every hero there's a fire that won't die. The final stand is coming and we'll reach for the sky. Echoes of forgotten battles, whispers of the past. The fate of all the realms is tied to the strength that we cast. Middle-earth's fate, hanging by a thread of light. Middle-earth's fate, lost within the endless night. Through the fire and the fury, we must stand and fight. For the destiny of ages will ignite the ancient
ancient light. In the ashes of our trials, where the shadows meet the flame, we forge a new beginning from the chaos we reclaim. With every fallen hero and every shattered dream, we rise against the darkness in a world that's more than it seems. By a thread of light, Middle Earth's fate lost within the endless night. Through the fire and the fury we must stand and fight, for the destiny of ages will ignite the ancient light. As the dawn breaks o'er the mountains and the darkness starts to fade, we write the final chapter of the battles we have braved. Darkness conquers all. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of a dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witnessed our despair. The fall of Isengard, a tyrant's last nightmare. Rivers run with shadows, the skies are painted red. The armies march in fury as the fallen souls are bled. Chains of oppression shattered by the sword and the flame. In the heart of Isengard, only ashes remain. Echoes of the ancient power, shattered dreams they fall. The kingdom's walls are crumbling, the darkness conquers all. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of a dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witnessed our despair. The fall of Isengard, the tyrant's last nightmare. Skies are painted red. The armies march in fury as the fallen souls are bled. Chains of oppression shattered by the sword and the flame. In the heart of Isengard, only ashes remain. Ravens circle high, in the ashes they will feast. From the ruins of the old, a new dawn is released. The iron crown lies broken in the shadow of defeat. The echoes of the darkness now retreat beneath our feet. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of a dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witnessed our despair. The fall of Isengard, where the dark rivers flow. A tyrant's iron fist has crushed the land below. Steel and fire, the storm is coming. The legion's wrath will rise. From the towers of Isengard we hear the battle cries. Echoes of the ancient power, shattered dreams they fall. The kingdom's walls are crumbling, the darkness conquers all. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of a dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witness the despair. The fall of Isengard, the tyrant's last nightmare. Rivers run with shadows, the skies are painted red. The armies march in fury as the fallen souls are bled. Chains of oppression shattered by the sword and the flame. In the heart of Isengard, only ashes remain. Echoes of the ancient power, shattered dreams they fall. The kingdom's walls are crumbling, the darkness conquers all. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of a dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witness the despair. The fall of Isengard, the tyrant's last nightmare. Ravens circle high, in the ashes they will feast. From the ruins of the old, a new dawn is released. The iron crown lies broken in the shadow of defeat. The echoes of the darkness now retreat beneath our feet. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of a dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witness the despair. The fall of Isengard, the tyrant's last nightmare. Circle high, in the ashes they will feast. From the ruins of the old, a new dawn is released. The iron crown lies broken in the shadow of defeat. The echoes of the darkness now retreat beneath our feet. As the flames are fading and the night turns to dawn, we rise from the embers to a new world reborn. souls are bled. Chains of oppression shattered by the sword and the flame. In the heart of Isengard, the ashes remain. Aiming circle high, in the ashes they will feast. From the ruins of the old, a new dawn is released. The iron crown lies broken in the shadow of defeat. The echoes of the darkness now retreat beneath our feet. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of our dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witnessed our despair. The fall of Isengard, the tyrant's last nightmare. As the flames are fading and the night turns to dawn, we rise from the embers to a new world reborn. Ravens circle high, in the ashes they will feast. From the ruins of the old, a new dawn is released. In the shadows of the mountains, where the dark rivers flow, a tyrant's iron fist has crushed the land below. Steel and fire, the storm is coming. The legion's wrath will rise. From the towers of Isengard, we hear the battle cries. Echoes of the ancient power, shattered dreams they fall. The kingdom's walls are crumbling. The darkness conquers all. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of the dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witness the despair. The fall of Isengard, the tyrant's last nightmare. Rivers run with shadows, the skies are painted red. The armies march in fury as the fallen souls are bled. Chains of oppression shattered by the sword and the flame. In the heart of Isengard, only ashes remain. Echoes of the ancient power, shattered dreams they fall. The kingdom's walls are crumbling. The darkness conquers all. The fall of Isengard, the towers burn in rage. The fall of Isengard, the end of the dark age. Through the smoke and fire, we witness the despair. The fall of Isengard, the tyrant's last nightmare. Ravens circle high, in the ashes they will feast. From the ruins of the old, a new dawn is released. The iron crown lies broken in the shadow of defeat. The echoes of the darkness now retreat.